their reimbursement plans for students forced to leave their on-campus housing. It's true that online classes are more economical, but after speaking with education expert Jordan Kanarick from CollegeWise, he says parents won't be looking to save money by taking away their child's true college experience. He expects parents and students to return to form as soon as required distance learning ends. And he spoke to some parents and students ourselves who seem to agree.
It's kind of weird being here and not seeing that many people, and it'll be good to be back.
Look at this campus. It's beautiful, really diverse. It's just, it's like, socialization for young adults, going to college. It's part of growing up,
Kanarick says there is another issue parents need to pay attention to. Across the board, May 1st is usually the deadline to register for spring and fall classes. Right now, we're seeing some schools push back their enrollment dates while others aren't changing. Kanarick says each student should know his or her goals and plan accordingly because each university may have different needs.
The most selective schools in the nation, your UC Berkeley's, your Stanford's, they're going to get their class regardless of the financial crisis, right? So they don't need to move. It's the less selective schools that are in that position, which is why many people are pushing to June 1 in hopes of getting the yield, the number that they want.
Kanarick says the best thing to do is to get it out of the way financially if you're able to do so.
We're dealing with this self-isolation. Many people are hoping to avoid the quarantine 15 and the work from home 20. We don't need to explain what that's all about. The Lifetime Nutrition Program Manager Paul Kriegler joins us now, live to talk about some tips to become a healthier snacker while you're sitting at home. Good morning to you, Paul. Good to see you. Good to talk to you.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's get it started. We want to avoid all this weight gain because a lot of people are sitting at home talking about, man, I'm bored, I can't stop eating or I can't stop drinking. Of course, that means the pounds. So what's the first thing you should do to avoid that?
Yeah, the biggest thing I encourage people to do is focus on getting protein in whenever they're having a snack or especially meals. Protein is one of the nutrients that's going to give them the most satiety, so they're going to feel the fullest for the longest. It's going to help stabilize their energy levels and stabilize their appetite, so they won't be fighting that craving pattern that they might be experiencing now.
All right, so Paul, I'm a protein expert. Are you talking about Snicker bars? Are you talking about nuts and cinnamon buns? Nuts in my cakes? Is that what you're talking about? Because that's when you say protein, that's what I think about.
No, I'm talking more, first and foremost, whole food proteins. So I'm talking about have a few eggs in the morning, keep some deli meat around handy, some chicken, some beef, poultry, fish, those types of foods first.
All right. Okay, that sounds probably better for you than a honey bun and a Snicker bar in the long run. All right. So you also said, so you talked about the clock as well. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, some people are really great at naturally managing their appetite and eating based on when they're hungry. Other people are not. So some of my clients, I tell them to eat on a schedule, within a little bit of variance within a specific schedule. Other people, I can kind of loosen the leash a little bit and say, eat whenever you're hungry, don't eat when you're not hungry.
Okay, it sounds simple enough, but if you are, say for example, I'm going to throw this one in, you're sitting there on the couch, watching movie number 3 like I do a lot. And I'm like, man, a bag of potato chips sure does sound good right about now. It's not on the schedule, but how do I avoid that? Do I need to just put the movie on pause and get up and run around outside?
Yeah, distracting yourself with something other than food is a good strategy. So calling a friend, doing a mini workout, going to walk around a block safely if you can. Those are all good tactics to kind of fight that mindless eating pattern that we tend to get into when we're confined in a limited amount of space.
Okay, all right. So you mentioned proteins. Are you a fan of protein shakes?
Yeah, I am. I've actually got my blueberry muffin shake right here.
Okay, so protein shakes are good. What else is good to go along with on the list in the same neighborhood as protein shakes?
I'm a big fan of whole food.
In the same neighborhood as protein shakes.
I'm a big fan of whole food protein. So every meal I have, I usually eat 2 to 3 meals a day. They've got substantial amounts of protein. So in the morning, that usually includes eggs or some chicken sausage. If I'm not having a protein shake, and then at lunchtime, it's some other kind of whole food protein, like beef, steak,
Right.
shrimp, something like that.
All right, hummus and guac, they're also good. And you also said fruits are a big part of this as well, right?
Yeah, produce is a big time focus for all my clients. So one of the rules that I give people to follow is if you're gonna eat something,